And listen, sir, I know you've got to go speak to that high school. I'm not limiting you. If you want to hold till 40 after, we can do it, but I know you've got to get in the car and go over and speak to that group. We'll do whatever you need to. But here's the big point, my big fear. I would love a patriotic, anti-New World Order, constitutionalist black president. I would bow down and kiss his feet. And I see the trap here. In the end, when everything falls apart, and it doesn't work because it's designed not to, Obama's going to get blamed for everything, and then that's going to really destroy black and white relations, which in my life I've seen getting really good. And this whole thing's going to turn into a nightmare. And I know the New World Order is fundamentally racist and really does hate black people from my study. And I believe this is a trap. I believe this is the ultimate suckering.
Not only can I take that in as advice, but you are absolutely correct, because what we got to look at is something is being set up. I mean, do you really think that the order of the world, which is really to just take resources, keep people stupid, turn us into batteries, so to speak, that agenda, how can that agenda just go away with a new president? Either we're talking real war in the future, like civil war here in the country in the future, or we're talking about, again, a few of us having knowledge and having freedom. Because that's really what knowledge is, really what freedom is knowledge. When you're aware and they know you're aware, they really can't do much to you, even to the point of murder or, trying to incarcerate you illegally. If you walk with the truth, if you have awareness, if you're one of the people like yourself, Mr. Jones, putting truth out there, making people think you're the one that they fear. And let me tell you, power only respects power. It only respects fear. It respects its own fears. It's not like what people think, oh man, these people fear me, so they're gonna kill me. No, if you're going along with it like sheep, you're going to the slaughter.
Exactly. I've noticed the opposite. When you actually have a little bit of power, they respect you and smile at you and fear you. It's when you grovel to them.
It's when you grovel. When you grovel, that's when your head gets chopped off. But if you stand on your feet and say, no, I'm prepared to go against you, even if you're not, even if you know you're up against a force that you can't win, if you stand up to it, 9 times out of 10 it collapses, because their power is artificial, fake, and it's all about your compliance to their authority.
All right, so KRS One. We've got to take this break. I skipped the last one. Can you do 10 more minutes, or can you come back?
I'll do 10 more minutes. Come on.
All right, you're the best. I know you got to go speak to those young people, and that's so important. I wish we would have gotten things worked out and gotten you in studio, but God bless you and your team for reaching out to us, because we're big fans of you as well. KRS One is our guest. Stay with us.
Look at your young men fighting. Look at your women crying. Look at your young men dying.
We had tried to work out getting KRS here in studio with us, with his folks, but they ran out of time getting down here. They're up by Dallas right now, but he's coming into Austin for an event tomorrow, and he just brought up to me during the break. He said, aren't I coming into the studio to tape something? So sometime tomorrow, we're going to get him here in the studio. We're going to tape an hour-long interview, and then we'll air it live at prisonplanet.tv during the live radio show sometime next week. And I was just talking about Obama during the break, and he was saying, Alex, you're talking about how he's slicker. He's nicer. He doesn't just come off like a devil. I mean, Bush really comes off like a devil, looks like a devil, the way he'd do that demonic smile like a gremlin or something. And then KRS One had something important to say about that. So, KRS One, say that in your own words.
The point was that I was mentioning what you were saying was that Bush was more arrogant with his presentation, which is what pissed people off. It was the arrogance. It was, we're going to do it in your face. What was it? Bring it on. That attitude that pissed people off. But I was alluding to the fact that the devil is really the guy you like. You know, yeah, Bush does look a little demonic there, or sound such, but really, when you study the devil or Satan, it's the palpableness. It's all right. I'm here for you. You know, you don't get out of people telling them, look, I got these chains for you, and you better do what I say, or you're going to get in these chains. Oh, people are quick to rise up on that and say, no, I'm not going in no chains, and that's why, you know, Bush kind of embarrassed himself and his family in the entire world, which I want to get to as well, because it's a controversial thing here. But yeah, the devil is palpable. Is very understanding of your problems. Very approachable. It's God that is in them dark, scary places that requires not hope, but courage. Courage. Hope is for powerless people. And this was something that Obama ran on. And yes, I'm a philosopher, no doubt. Hope, I know the
well, this is a false hope. I mean, this is a false hope. This is a counterfeit of hope. And they say the road to hell is wide. It's paved. You talk about the road to the truth. It isn't easy. It's painful. It's hard. I mean, I want to believe Obama's going to fix it. I want to believe my children's future's okay. I want to believe we're turning the tide. And we are in a way that they're having to give us somebody this slick who says a lot of what we want to hear, but then baits and switches.
See, to me, that's the bigger deception. That's the bigger deception right there. And now, let me raise this point about the world and global. With one presidency, okay, this Barack Obama presidency, with one presidency, the entire world is now ready for the New World Order.
Oh.
The world is ready. Everyone's cheering him on, not just the United States, but everybody is cheering him on. And this could be a good thing only if he stands with the people. And I don't know, as a presidency, this is where I will yield in my point. I will stop here and yield in my point and say that time will tell. We don't, every time we get a president, we don't like them in 4 years, no matter who they are, unless they pay us. Now, if you are getting paid and you got a bigger car, you put another room on the house, the New World Order is good for you. It's nice. It feels good. In fact, you don't care. Go back to Nazi Germany. You can actually see people getting marched off in railway cars, but because it's not affecting you, and you know, you're doing pretty well, you kind of allow it. So over the next 4 years, you know, I'm not into bashing any president. When George Bush was in office, I warned my people against pointing fingers at him and not being able to govern your own house, not being able to respect your own leaders. I mean, black people are selling crack cocaine on Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. I speak against that as well. You want to praise Dr. King one breath, but then you walk down the very street complying with what killed him. And so really, this is about a people change. This is about, you know, the world should unite, but it should unite against that mindless globalization. The world is already united. You know, there's a new world order because there is already a true world order. And you can't have an agenda where people say, we're going to put together a new world order. Well, then what is the old world order? What is the original world order? What is this new world order?
Well, that's really the old world order is tyranny, and they're trying to sound like they're the new high-tech thing, so that they're claiming that all they've already done wasn't done by them. And in that is the crux of everything.
Right.
Is that we have Barack Obama, and he's coming in, and he's a globalist. He's got all these globalist handlers. He's going along with a total banker takeover as they set up this new World Bank that has bankrupted us by design in their own documents to get control. And he's claiming he's going to fight all that, but then with the other hand, he's actually bringing that in as the front man.